All right, this is like my fifth attempt trying to start this video. I'm posting this video for Paul. We were discussing the sort of frustrations and the challenges of basic training, and in light of what's to come in OCS as well. So, just wanted to post a couple things that I recall from what got me through to the advice that I listened to and all of that. But um, today's a really special day because I am now at my 100% mark for the GI Bill, which is cool. I served for 3 years active duty. I referenced that yesterday. I'll probably post a separate video about the GI Bill and the specifics and all of that and education. But anyway, so regarding basic training, the advice that I got from a friend of mine who is a Green Beret officer was to be the gray man. So just stay as quiet as possible, as average as possible, because in basic training, you don't really set yourself apart. You just need to get through it. So there's no point in, like, if you're at the top of your class or whatever it is, it's not really going to matter much in the future. Really what allows you to differentiate yourself from the normal people, the average, I should say, on the bell curve, and to break away from the herd, that's going to be taking on additional schools. So getting tabbed, ranger tabbed, sapper if you're an engineer, airborne, air assault, all of those will add a little bit more, credibility to your Army resume. But then obviously going through selection itself is a whole animal in and of itself. So if you're looking to go like the special forces route, that's, what he had said was you look forward to taking harder and harder positions and pipelines and schools and whatnot. That is what differentiates you. When you're when you're in basic training, especially basic training, don't worry about having to like compete with everybody around you. There's going to be some people who want to be really loud and obnoxious. Look, I mean, I joined at 32 and a lot of these kids are like 18 years old. And so there's a whole difference in perspective in life, having life experience versus people who don't, who just graduated high school and they're there. And so you can see there's just a whole lot of chaos. So learn to silence all of it as much as you can. Just turn the volume down on the ruckus around you. Just get through. The quickest way out is through, is kind of what they tell you. I mean, they repeat it a lot. So focus on graduation. Just count down the days. Go meal by meal on some days if you have to. Find a few close friends and they become like your siblings. So you can be in just the crappiest situation and then somebody cracks a joke and it just completely changes the mood. Another really big piece of advice is think about the war heroes who went before you. So if there's anybody you admire, either alive or dead, who you've written their biography, their autobiography from the beginning of our nation until now, any of the wars, just remember that they've gone through basic training. They've gone through the pipeline that you're going through. And so that really helped me to feel that connection with people who I admire and totally look up to, and think like, man, if they made it through this, then it's an honor to embrace this suck, and that really helped to just kind of recenter and say, not a lot of people are going to do this in our country, like 1% of the nation, if that. And so, yeah, it's going to be a lonely road in a lot of ways. There's going to be a lot of quiet time, a lot of time to yourself to just hear your own thoughts, a lot of, pulling security just for hours and hours on end in some freezing or hot forest, just kind of like staring at like trees for years. So, I mean, not years, I meant that in like trying to quantify distance, but okay, totally missed that mark. So in any case, the little things mean the most. So find the people around you. That's like number one, relationships. The military is all about relationships. So focus on the guys and gals to your left and right. They're your brothers and sisters, and you don't have to be friends with all of them. I think there's like 2 or 3 or 4 people from basic training I keep in touch with, then maybe 3 from OCS, 5 from OCS, and then like same 3 to 5 from Bullock that I like actively text message like Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, So don't think that you have to be friends with everybody around you. They're probably going to give you a headache and just really annoy you. But, don't be rude also is the other piece of advice. Don't fight anybody. Don't give into drama. Keep all your energy to yourself, to just staying focused. Write letters home to kind of give yourself something to focus on that's outside of the current hamster wheel that you're running in from day to day. But overall, just work on humility and being as quiet as possible when it comes to the friction around you, the emotional or psychological friction that other people are attempting to like vent towards one another. Stay respectful and just, be that calm, quiet leader. Uh, I would say like just understand the psychological principle of going through a pipeline, which is sleep deprivation, being hungry, being fatigued, having to work with personalities from all over the world and all over this nation, all different socioeconomic backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, educational backgrounds. And some people are really, really mature. Some people are really immature. Some people are petty. Some people are awesome and humble. And there's just a whole variety. So it's a microcosm, of society. So find the people that you really feel energized by, and the people that drain you, just give them grace and give them space, like distance as much as possible. And for the times that you can't, just, do what you can to establish those good boundaries with them. I mean, speak up if somebody's, I guess, like, you know when to do it. You don't want to start a fight, but look, dude, if you got to draw a line, then draw a line with people. But if you can remove yourself from the situation and go hang out with somebody else, that's kind of my MO. But I'm definitely more, well, I don't know. I have to think about that if I'm more avoidant versus confrontational, because with jujitsu and sparring MMA and stuff, I'm much more inclined now to like speak up, not in an aggressive way, but in an assertive way. There's something about getting punched in the face that like kind of just helps you out in life. And then also being in the military too, really, really fills the quota on frustration with certain things. And so you just are way more quick to speak up. And again, it doesn't have to be rude or condescending, but it's very matter of fact. So just know that that's a strength that you are building. But thanks for messaging me. You can reach out on Instagram at 6-figure couch surfer. Yeah, let me know if you guys have other questions. I'll post a couple more videos coming up on GI Bill and other things. But alrighty, later.